Thanks, Guy. How many of you believe that having a hobby is a healthy and perfect way to express your individuality? Show of hands? Now. Well, you're wrong. Your useless hobbies are a thinly veiled attempt to fill the void of your dysfunctional, loveless existence. End of story. Thanks, Guy. Hey, how many of you think computer developers are technological titans, the high-tech equivalent of Edison, Ford, and Carnegie? Well, you're wrong. They're antisocial outcasts who can barely remember what day it is, and they mess themselves. Now, how many of you think that the expansion of cable television networks has provided the American public with a cornucopia of quality programming? Well, you're wrong. We now have hundreds of channels, but they're all filled with crap. Hey, how many of you think that animals and humans should be viewed as equals, neither superior to the other? Show of hands, now. Well, as usual, you're wrong. Animals are here for our benefit. It's called the food chain, and the captain's at the top. Comments? How many of you think that contemporary video games are excellent educational tools that challenge our children's minds and prepare them for the future? Show of hands, now. Well, you're wrong. Video games are nothing but huge time wasters, followed closely by skateboarding and self-stimulation. How many of you think it's your God-given right to apply salves, lotions, and have plastic surgery to make yourselves look as good as possible? Show of hands, now. Well, you're wrong. The only reason you have the freedom to use Botox and get implants is because of the brave men and women of our military. Well, how many of you feel hotel management provides your family a safe, clean destination in which to vacation? Show of hands, now. Well, you're wrong. Hotel rooms are breeding grounds for infectious diseases, immoral behavior, and a dumping ground for numerous bodily fluids. Who thinks international athletic competition is an excellent tool for goodwill, bringing diverse people together in brotherly love? Show of hands, now. Well, you're wrong. Now, settle down. International sports is just a propaganda machine for corrupt governments. Who thinks it's the media's constitutional right to report on public figures regardless of accuracy? Show of hands, now. You're wrong. Entertainment reporters are just wannabe performers whose self-worth relies on associating with talented celebrities like me, the captain. Thanks, Guy. How many of you think that the pageantry and cost of an elaborate wedding assures years of marital bliss? Show of hands, now. Yeah! Well, you're wrong. This once sacred ceremony has been reduced to a drunken circus attended by mooching relatives, wannabe business partners, and nameless acquaintances. Thanks, Guy. Who thinks that distilled spirits are the root of society's failures and thus should be banned? Show of hands, now. Yeah! Well, you're wrong. Properly administered, alcohol has proven medicinal purposes and can even enhance the looks of the opposite sex. Oh, you know what I'm talking about. Question. Now, how many of you think the fast food industry is responsible for the fattening of America and that they should be held financially accountable for such? Show of hands, now. Well, you're wrong. Your wanton gluttony is responsible for your preposterous girth.